But I had this habit of staring guys down. I look them in the eye to psych them out. And this time, if they dropped their head, I knew I had an advantage. But I was hoping Joe Frazier wouldn't drop his head because my knees were shaking.
Any second now, and we may have an interesting evening. Frazier, quite understandably, the favorite. Foreman comes out, punching with the right. Frazier in his usual style. Smoking is the way he puts it. His job to get inside. His best weapon, the left hook. Foreman would like to keep punching and keep Frazier away from him with his punches. A great champion. You saw the left hook land on Foreman. That's what he'll be working on all night. Joe's job to get inside. Steadily use that left hook. Whip. Oh, Foreman connected, as you saw. He's a big, strong boy. And we'll find out tonight just how good George Foreman is in punching and in taking a punch. I think he hurt Joe Frazier. I think Joe is hurt. Angie Dundee, Ali's trainer, right next to me is saying it. You may hear him. Down goes Frazier. Down goes Frazier. Down goes Frazier. The heavyweight champion is taking the mandatory 8 count, and Foreman is as poised as can be in a neutral corner. He is as poised as can be. Frazier is dazed. He is getting hit again and again and again. The same head that was hit so often by Muhammad Ali. Frazier is dazed. You see the countdown for the first round. Foreman has not panicked. Foreman is going about his job. Foreman is all over Joe Frazier. Frazier is down again, and he may be. No, he is rising. He is game. He doesn't know where he is. The mandatory 8 count. He doesn't know where he is. Now the round is about to end. 2 knockdowns in the first round of Joe Frazier. Down again. No saving by the bell. He's up, and so the fight continues. 3 knockdowns in the first round. No question about the first round. 3 knockdowns. Now Joe is coming out at him. Wants to come back in a hurry. You'll not find a gamer man than Joe Frazier. Joe Frazier went down 3 times in the first round. A caution from Arthur Mercani. Oh, he is all over Frazier again. He has Frazier in the corner. Frazier's knees buckled. He is down. He is down for the 4th time in the fight. The arena. A quick left from Joe. Another. Frazier is down for the 5th time in this fight. 5th time. Frazier is ready to go again. Joe is standing. There he goes. 3 times. Angie Dundee is screaming, stop it. Ferdy Pacheco, Ali's doctor next to me. It is over. It is over. It is over in the 2nd round. George Foreman is the heavyweight champion of the world. As George Foreman fought his first defense of his heavyweight championship against a fighter named Joe King Roman in Tokyo, Japan. And it wasn't much of a fight. It lasted for only 2 minutes of the first round. I think most of you perhaps more vividly recollect the brilliance of George Foreman back in January of this year on the island of Jamaica when he simply demolished Joe Frazier, a superb fighter himself, in the 2nd round of their fight for the title. But there was of great interest in the Roman fight a controversy. As has been so often the case in heavyweight championship fights, there was a rhubarb, as my old friend Red Barber would have put it, that took place during the fight and immediately thereafter. And allegedly foul blow struck by the heavyweight champion George Foreman against Joe King Roman when Roman was on the canvas. So we're going to concentrate on that as we proceed to Martial Arts Hall in Tokyo, Japan, where the bout was actually held. 8,000 in attendance. Here will come the referee's instructions. That's the stadium or arena that I alluded to, Martial Arts Hall, with the crowd filing in. Actually, every top price seat at $189 was sold, though there were 7,000 empty seats. Now here's Jay Edson, the referee.
15 rounds, 3 knockdown rules waived. Mandatory 8 count is in effect. If you deliver a knockdown blow, you must go to a neutral corner before I commence counting. Watch for the fouls because I'll take points away. Butting, pushing, hitting with the kidneys, all the fouls. Good luck to both of them.
Did you see that movement by Roman? At the very least, he stuck his tongue out at Foreman, and Foreman later admitted to having been enraged by the gesture. Still, as they come out at the sound of the opening bell, watch Foreman closely. He's in the red trunks. You will not see him do much punching in the early seconds. He'll be dancing with Roman, who had been dancing with his throat through all of the pre-fight tub thumping. That's what I mean. But in just a matter of seconds now, watch Foreman's right. Roman's belly. It's just about ready to come up. You'll see Roman almost lifted off his feet. There it is. Roman staggered. Even if just for a second, and it may be that all starch went out of Roman's performance right there. Certainly, George moves quickly in, becomes aggressive in the manner that he was against Joe Frazier, and he handles Roman with ease. Now get ready for the controversial punch. I want to emphasize that Jay Edson is in good position, the referee. There, he was down, and quickly you saw a right landed to Roman's face while he was down. Roman's handlers come in to argue with Edson, who, by the way, is a member of the Arizona State Athletic Commission. Foreman placid in the neutral corner. Now the fight resumes. Of course, George is all over him, and that quick punishing right floors him for the second time. We are not 2 minutes into the first round. Mandatory 8 count is registered. Roman comes back to do battle, but not really. He is against the ropes, Foreman swinging wildly and missing, but finally, final knockdown takes place. This time, Roman will not be getting up. The official time, 2 minutes of the first round. Look at Roman's eyes, utterly glazed. Foreman with that impassive face. Now, Foreman's being acknowledged as the winner. Roman still cannot get up. His handlers are trying to help him, but there is still no disposition to rise. And so Foreman easily retains his title. We're going to be back in just a moment, and we're going to take a closer look at that controversial blow registered by Foreman in slow motion. Then we're going to hear referee Edson's explanation of the blow as he saw it, and finally, Ray Falk will be talking with the heavyweight champion himself, George Foreman. Back. We pick up the bout. Now watch Jay Edson, the referee, close. Position is everything in officiating a fight, and Jay Edson has it. He's off to the side there in a perfect spot. Slow motion makes the action seem much lengthier, of course. Roman is getting ready to go down on the canvas. That sent him down. Last blow. Now watch. He would appear clearly to be down. And there is the Foreman blow that stirred the furor. Instantly, the handlers got up in the corner of Roman, and they appealed to the referee immediately, and their appeals were unavailing, as you can see right there. Jay Edson was adamant in his position about the blow, as he later explained.
It was not a foul. It was a follow-through on a punch. It can happen to any fighter in the momentum of coming through with a flurry of punches. There was no intention, I'm sure, on his part. He's a champion. He doesn't have to resort to that type of fighting. It was just a follow-through as the man was going down. I did not count it as a knockdown. I pushed Mr. Foreman back to a neutral corner. I allowed 8 to 10 seconds for Roman to stand up. I gave him a chance to get back get back into motion. There was nothing illegal about what happened. It was just an unfortunate event as on a follow-through on the punch of the champion. That's all.
Where are you headed from here? What's next on your fighting schedule?
Well, I'm hoping to jump on another contender within the next couple of months, and they go on down from Joe Frazier, Jerry Query, Ali, Norton, and people of this nature. They've been offering, and I think there's a great possibility that we'll be getting together sometime in the future with some contender.
How do you rate the people you just mentioned?
I think that they're all great fighters, and I'm fighting all contenders. I don't care how they're rated or whatever. I'll just fight them.
Well, people are already beginning to compare you to Joe Louis. That you've got the determination and the fighting sense and the power. How does that?
That's the greatest compliment that could be paid to me or any other boxers, to have some kind of comparison to Joe Louis. I think that if I ever do look good on a particular night, it will be because I had some resemblance to the style and grace of Joe Louis, as far as being dedicated to trying to knock out a guy.
What's going on, family? Scrapbook Boxing Museum of the Forgotten Fisticuffs series. All great fights and all great fighters will never be forgotten on my channel. 100 years of world championship fights. You just watched George Foreman and Joe King Roman, as well as George Foreman and Smoking Joe Frazier. Thanks for hanging in there with me. Until next time, salute.